Our game analyst, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Both sides will try and push it on the fast break doors to get easy scores. Talk a bit about playing fast, but also playing with efficiency.
Well, you look no further than the Golden State Warriors, who, when they are playing with pace and out in transition and the threes are flying, it's electric and, frankly, almost unstoppable. But they walk that delicate line of playing fast without turning it over. You want to give these great players freedom, but within that freedom, they've got to make sure, okay, we've got to value the basketball, and yes, we can maybe turn it over 10 times per game, but we get north of 10, 15 turnovers, and that's going to put us in a little bit of a problematic situation.
Good analysis. And now the Lakers starting group. Aldridge out there with Andre Drummond, and there's Bryant, then there's Griffin, and it's Curry in at the point guard position.
He doesn't do some of the damage that other big men do on the perimeter, but inside, Drummond's got just as much game as anybody.
And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Drummond. Here's Kobe. That shot off. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Cousins inside, working on Drummond. Pass to Markkanen. On the wing, Mullen. Back to Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Curry against Irving. Shoots over Curry. No good from Irving.
When you think about the 2 consecutive first-round playoff exits for the Oklahoma City Thunder, this is a franchise that had made it to the conference finals in 4 out of the previous 6 seasons. So not the kind of deep run they're accustomed to.
Now, here is Irving, following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Now Irving. Basket good.
And even through contact, Kyrie still able to finish shots consistently.
And the Thunder struggling to break through in the West. Doris, are they going in the wrong direction?
Well, certainly they've lost their fair share of star players. And you wonder, do rival executives start to think they may need to trade Westbrook and start from square one?
Mullen against Griffin. Mullen's shot is off. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Jackson, he's checked in for Cousins. Bagley comes in for Anthony Davis. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Zubats is checked in for Andre Drummond. Perkins comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Yogi Ferrell's checked in for Kobe. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Steph Curry. And Yogi Ferrell, the undrafted Indiana product, went undrafted after staying all 4 years in Bloomington. But he has shown, Greg, to be a very strong player.
Yeah, and Ferrell is the perfect example of why you give a 4-year player a chance. Knows how to make the most of his time on the floor. I think he could start for a team, maybe be the sixth man, lead the second unit, play off the guard. He is just such a versatile player.
Another player who is undrafted, Doris, but has worked to carve out a role here in the NBA.
Well, he's a bit undersized, and you wonder did that affect why he wasn't drafted. But this guy has proven a couple things. He can drive it, and he can shoot it, and he can function either off the bench or in a starting spot, and both are critical.
Holiday goes inside, trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
And Augustine kicks to Griffin. Over Mullen. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Thunder lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
A skill that doesn't show up in the box score, the drawing charge calls. In your opinion, there are, I'm sure, a lot that you think are the best at it.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, sometimes this comes at a cost physically that you have to be willing to absorb. I've seen Marcus Smart take a charge from LeBron James. That's 6'8", 250 plus
Yo lo dije que no me gusta ese invento y Rafael, el equipo estaba bien y se puso a inventar.
Draymond Green. But Kevin, you know this. When you draw a charge, you have essentially given yourself an extra possession, and you've put the opponent at a detriment because it's a foul against that player who's committed it.
Means a lot. So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, DJ Augustine out there with Ferrell. Then it's Williams. And it's Perkins. And it's Zubats in at the center. Julius Randle's checked in for Marvin Williams. Here's Randle, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Randle's got his first points of the night.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Used the screen to free himself up and drilled the jump shot.
And that's a foul called on Yogi Ferrell. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Kobe's checked in for Perkins. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Augustine. On defense, the Lakers trailing by 2. Rozier against Curry. Pass to Bagley. Shot clock at 6. Jackson setting the pick here for Holiday. Good on the three-point shot. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Well, Greg, Anthony Davis was so much talent, it's easy to take Drew Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. Has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production.
Well, the vision on display. Yogi Ferrell notices when his teammate has a wide-open look and gets it there on time and on target.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Jackson. Anthony Davis comes in for Bagley. Markkanen, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. And then for Los Angeles, Drummond's checked in for Zubats. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Blake Griffin in for Ferry. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the night. Cousins, no good on the free throw.
And of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab and make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best. And not everyone can shoot this well at his size.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Guys with size don't necessarily translate into great shooters, but boy, does he show great confidence knocking that down.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Poked away, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. .34 seconds left in the second quarter.
Boy, that's gritty work being done at the defensive end by Steph Curry. Stays with his man, not letting him get off a clean look.
And it's good for 2. Bryant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is a guy who understands his role in their offense, right? And they know exactly how to use him.
Curry against Irving. To shoot. Cousins inside, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Thunder out in front, up by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway a competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. Looking at the Thunder, Kenny?
They were really efficient on offense. Shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Well, they're not matching up well defensively, giving up a lot of open looks, a lot of easy points. They're allowing a crazy high shooting percentage, 60% and up. Time to step it up quick.
Thanks for joining us, folks.
An aerial view of downtown as we return you to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, with the Great Plains stretching off in the distance. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. One of the stories here, Drew Holiday getting it done today.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Davis. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's Mullen in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And the shot goes in. We now have rules, Doris, that protect shooters from defenders stepping underneath them. But what about when the defender leaves his feet and the offensive player steps underneath and tries to draw the foul?
Well, I think one of the things that we have to look at is, okay, we certainly do not want the defender to have unnatural movements which place him underneath the feet of the shooter, because that's where injuries can happen. On the other side of the equation, and this has become problematic to me, you see far too many shooters either jump unnaturally outside of what should be a straight up and down shooting motion, or guys who kick their legs sideways in an attempt to draw contact and fall over. But Kev, this is where officiating is about feel, touch, and vision.
Free throws good for Bryant.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances up the line. He's going to cash in.
Markkanen passes to Cousins. He drains the quick shot. Cousins has got his second bucket of the night.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
They set the screen. And then Griffin with the dunk.
I'll tell you, he takes the window of opportunity and delivers a nice pass into the post.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Now, here's Markkanen. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And Bryant kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge a screen. Griffin with it. Now defended by Markkanen. Aldridge dishes to Griffin. Drummond trying to get himself free. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Lakers lead by 1.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And a new group. The Thunder. Bagley, he's checked in for Davis. Jackson comes in for Mullen. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Rozier in for Irving. The Lakers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Drummond. Randall comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for Steph Curry. And that one's good. Cousins.
Can't forget about the mid-range Jay. Cousins rising up with confidence from there.
When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win.
Yeah, coming off that screen wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
And Cousins, also a good ball handler, just taking it strong there to the hole.
Now here's Randall. Griffin kicks to Farrell. Passes it to Randall. Picked by Griffin. And here's Bryant. And rebounded by Oklahoma City. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Next matchup. And that'll be the 4th of this 5-game host. Now it's a 5-point Oklahoma City lead. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. The pass to Griffin. Over Jackson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Griffin's got 4 points this quarter.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Thunder lead by 3. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for the Lakers right now, Kobe is out there with Steph Curry. Then it's Julius Randle. Then there's Griffin, and it's Perkins in at the 4 slot. Outside Griffin. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Bryant. Off the pick. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Rozier kicks to Holiday. Cousins with a screen on Bryant. Screen by Cousins. Back to Rozier. Shot clock at 6. Shot off the pick. Keeps it alive. Cousins on the follow. And the Thunder lead by 3.
You got to love how Cousins uses his size, his reach. He's more prolific on the defensive glass, but obviously a factor on the offensive end as well.
Kobe kicks to Randall. Over Cousins. Randall no good.
Well, he carves out the space he needs, just the finish was not good.
To the middle, here's Mullen. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Griffin. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Henry Markkanen's checked in for the Thunder. Irving comes in for Rozier. The Lakers also making some changes. Andre Drummond comes in for Julius Randle. And Aldridge is subbed in for Sam Perkins. Here's Griffin. Los Angeles with another miss.
Cannot believe he missed that. I'm sure he can't either.
I agree. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. And no debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Timeout called the Lakers. They trail by 5. We've got 1:13 left in the 4th quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game to Marcus Cousins.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Everybody's trying to keep him focused.
It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
They've got to be willing to step up. And when it's this close, you just can't let them get easy buckets. Make them feel you a bit.
This is where we see Cousins a lot. He's always up there among the league leaders in free throw attempts. It's so hard to handle in the post. The D just never knows what to do with him. Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Here's Griffin, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Injuries have taken a toll on Griffin as he's gotten older, but shouldn't take away from what he's done over the course of his career.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaking. And he ends up making the second, and that trims the lead to 6.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
Here's Oklahoma City now. Screen by Cousins. That's good from Davis on the assist by Irving.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 8. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Aldridge's shot is good.
Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
I think you know that Kyrie Irving has such great love and passion for the game of basketball. This guy is on fire to get better.
Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on. And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Two shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Zubac kicks to Farrell. There's a screen. Augustine from outside. Trifecta.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. And Drummond kicks to Bryant. Pass to Drummond. Here's Curry. For the 3. Off on that one. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. With Kyrie Irving, it's early in the season, so what's the most important thing to getting off on the right foot?
Great days of practice, honestly, and being prepared. Always communicating and trusting each other. That's going to be the biggest word for us this year is trust. Like I said, consistency and trust.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.